Hello, my Aloha tribe, and welcome to the excuse me, welcome to the Aloha Perspective, where you get a little bit of something and a whole lot of everything, just like that. Anyways, good morning, happy Thursday. Let's see. While I wait for people, let's pull a Aloha card. What goodness can we do today? What goodness can we do today? Let's see. Come on. There we go. Oh, we did that one. Make a list of your favorite local restaurants and share it with 3 people. There you go. Turn off the light when you walk out of the room. That should be a no-brainer. I'm a light guard. What can I say? Let's see. Take out or return your neighbor's trash can. So there you go. Nice things you can do. Especially if they're older, right? So, whoop. Oh, learn and share a new Hawaiian word. Yep. I haven't looked one up today, so. There you go. Smile. It's contagious. So smile. It's contagious. Good morning, older sibling. I hope you're feeling better. You poor thing. She pulled a rib, and it's fierce. Fierce and mean, like a bitch. So, all right. Let's get to the affirmators today. Oops. I forgot to put that one away. A little out of it this morning. There we go. Alrighty. Let's see. So we're going to do the affirmators, as I just said before I went sideways. There we go. Affirmators. Good morning, Muddy. All right. This one, rest. That's funny. That seems to be the word of the day. Rest. I take a step away from my stress and then a deep breath and then a crankiness killing nap. When I get the rest I need, I instantly become a better version of myself, able to navigate complex relationships in a single bound. When I don't, I'm not, which means I shouldn't, but I try to, and then we can't. And it doesn't, but I did, so it wasn't. Oh, good night. What the hell? Okay, so, breathe. I feel like I phoned that one in. I take a step away from my stress and then a deep breath and then a crankiness killing nap. When I get the rest I need, I instantly become a better version of myself, able to navigate complex relationships in a single bound. When I don't, I'm not, which means I shouldn't, but I try to, and then I can't, and it doesn't, but I did, so it wasn't. Oh, good night. This sounds like older sibling. Legit sounds like older sibling. She's always go, go, go. I can't rest. I can't sit. I can't do this. And now she has to. Her body is forcing her to stay down because she hurt herself. So, yeah, she's like, hey, I can hear her. Hey, you need to rest. You need to rest. But yeah, because it took me a second. I had to read it twice to get it. But, you know, and even, you know, I mean, these are the relationship cards. So that being said, that's why it says, you know, able to navigate complex relationships in a single bound. But this is across the board. You are able to navigate complex realities in a single bound when you rest, when you sleep, when you get everything you need. And it's important that we get those everythings that we need because, you know, I know, see, sibling got it right away because she lives it. You need to rest. You need to rest. So anyways, yeah, so, I'm sorry. My brain is just kind of like, and I got rest. I did. I slept until my alarm this morning. So, you know, that doesn't always happen. So must have been a good night's rest. But, yeah, taking a step away from stress. Now, if you're not a napper, just rest, just relax, you know, meditate, sit in a quiet room. Even if you don't want to meditate, just sit in a quiet room, read a book, do something that is not requiring your focus at that moment, something that's not requiring you to use every single brain cell or every single, you know, body cell to be running around like a crazy person or a chicken without a head, you know, just kind of like, you know, and then you get stressed. So, yeah, these two, I got it right away. Yeah, I didn't, But, you know, I think that's just because there was some like when I don't, which I'm not, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm also a napper now. I love naps. I absolutely love naps. And, you know, I'm gifted that I can sleep anywhere. Like I can literally fall asleep in this chair if I try to for like a great 10-minute power nap. So, I don't require laying down to nap. So I'm sure if you put me up against a wall and just stood me there, I could probably power nap for like 5 or 10 minutes. But, and that is a gift. That's an office gift. I learned how to do that at work. So, and no, not in my chair, but during lunch, you know, like when you have those long nights before, or you're out, you know, cause you're out being young again, you know, the night before you don't get enough sleep and you're like, I need a nap. So, you know, yeah, power naps, but, and a lot of coffee, but taking a step away from stress is very important, because that's how we recalibrate, I guess, how we recalibrate ourselves. And when we don't recalibrate ourselves, that becomes a problem, because then it's just like it says here, when I don't. So I'm going to break this down and add nap to when I don't, I'm not, which means I shouldn't, but I try to, and then I can't, and it doesn't, but I did, so it wasn't. Ugh, good night. Okay, and here's the card. This little birdie sleeping with his teddy bear in his nest. Just being like, yeah, I'm chill. I'm done. I'm done. Like a little hummingbird, right? Oh, how cute. He has books. Books in the lamp. So he's like, yep, I love how he's all spread out. He's just like, yeah, I'm comfortable now. So when I don't nap, you know, I'm not the best version of myself, which means I shouldn't be trying to deal with complex realities, but I try to. And then I can't. And then it doesn't happen, but I did, so it wasn't. And that's exactly it. When I don't rest, you know, I'm not the best version of myself, which means I shouldn't, again, try to navigate complex realities, but I try to, even without that nap, and then I can't, because you're tired, you're stressed, your body is kind of, and your brain are kind of in shutdown mode, because they're like, we cannot go any longer. You are going to push us. And then we make mistakes, right? We make bad choices. We make, you know, missteps. And and what happens with all of these things? We have to go back and fix them. Bad choices require lots of fixing. You know, making a mistake, it's as simple as going back, as long as you haven't sent it out to where it needs to go. It's hard to retract something that you've already sent out, and then you got to send out the big, I'm so sorry, that wasn't supposed to go out yet, or you send the email to the wrong person, or maybe you're just complaining about something and you send it again to the wrong person. You might even send it to that person because you're not paying attention, and you're just kind of like, uh-oh. This is why we need to step away from stress. This is why we need these moments. Even if you don't nap, it doesn't say sleep, it just says rest. Okay. But then, I said nap, because it says then a crankiness killing nap. But you can even just rest. You can just sit there like, you know, just space out for a bit, you know, gaze out the window, you know, stare at a wall. All right. If reading relaxes you, read. If listening to music relaxes you, you know, listen to music. If both at the same time relax you, then do it. Just as long as you get away from your current reality for even just a moment, right? Just a moment. Because this is how we recenter. This is how we recalibrate. And when we rest, this is why you require rest. You see what happens to people that don't sleep or have serious insomnia. You know, they just, breathe. Oh yeah, ha breathe. Every time I see ha breathe, I thought she said ha breathe, but no, she meant ha breathing. Ha breathing. You know, that's perfect. 7 in, 7 hold, 7 out, 7 hold, and that's 1 round of ha breathing. And you know, and it can be to your count. So you can be like, you know, I would advise counting normally. Don't speed count, because then you're going to miss the whole point of the exercise. But if you just count regularly, you don't have to do like 1 Mississippi, 2. It's not a 7-second thing. It's a number 7 thing. So just, you know, if you're a slow counter and you want to count slow, but just make sure that each step in that round in, hold, out, hold are all the same, 7 beats. So, but yeah, thank you, Sammy. The ha breathing. Ha breathing is great, which I often forget to do. I admit. Older sibling, maybe that'll help with you. I know it's hard to breathe, but it might actually help you with, calming your body down. Because, like I said, if you guys could send some of the good juju, prayers, magic, whatever it is you got in your bag of tricks. She pulled a rib, and it's very hard for her to do anything right now. So she's just kind of literally winging it. So until I get back home for a couple of days on Sunday. So yeah, when I get, so again, this is kind of self-explanatory, so I don't think we need to talk much longer about this. But yeah, you have to learn how to navigate complex relationships in a single bound. And it's not always easy. And, complex realities as well. And, so like I said, this can go for relationships across the board. I mean, I am doing the love and relationships deck, so hello, but that's why I kept changing it to complex realities, because complex realities involve everything. It's whether it's a relationship, a friendship, a family relationship, siblings, parents, work, co-workers, maybe you're driving down the street and, the people are just not cooperating with the way you want them to drive today. So it's all a matter of perspective, and it's all a matter of, getting into whatever it is you need to get into to get back into that mind space. So take that moment, do the ha breathing if you have to. And ha breathing you can do anywhere. You can do it in an elevator, you can do it in the bathroom, you can do it at your desk, you can do it walking. I don't advise doing it walking because it is supposed to be rather meditative, but I mean, it can help calm you down. It can help calm that nervous system down, and it can give you a little bit more, and also breathing exercises can actually help reinvigorate you. So if you feel like, I don't want the coffee today because I don't want the, maybe you get the jitters later, you can just do the ha breathing, because a lot of times when we yawn, it's because we're tired, but it's also because we're not getting enough oxygen in our body. And so it's just kind of like, that you're taking that big, deep yawn, right? Because, you're tired. So all I had to do was say the word, and it happened. And I'm not tired. And that's wild, right? I just said yawning, and I imagined someone yawning in my head, and I yawned. God, talk about suggestive. Ugh, I gotta watch myself around people. Jeez. Clearly, I manipulated myself into yawning. Jesus. I'm clearly easily manipulated. So, anyway, all right, so there you have it. All right, so, get the rest so that, when you don't, you can. I don't know. When I don't, I'm not, which means I shouldn't, but I try to, and then we can't, and it doesn't, but I did, so it wasn't. Ugh, good night. So you don't end up like that. Rest. All right, get the rest. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so, so much for watching. I will see you back here Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific time, Facebook Live. All lives are public under Shelly Marie Lucas. My background will be a little different on Monday. Yeah, so take care of yourselves, guys. Have a safe weekend. And yeah, just rest when you need to, okay? You do not have to be, super person all the time. Our bodies require rest. Our minds require rest. We require rest. If we didn't, we wouldn't sleep, right? If we didn't and we had insomnia, it wouldn't affect us mentally so much and physically, where we feel like we're just literally walking zombies and might even look like a walking zombie because you're tired and you have the dark circles and, your eyes are like this because you're so tired. And, especially when we drive, right? We got to make sure we are alert, because that's when mistakes happen. That's when accidents happen. So take care of yourselves, get the rest you need. Like I said, even if it's just, a 5-minute power nap or a 5-minute ha breathing session, or just 5 minutes where you just, tune out everything in this world. That's sometimes what we need to do. All right. And it's not an option. It's mandatory to make sure we recalibrate and recenter ourselves, you know, and check in with ourselves to make sure we are recalibrating and recentering so that, you know, we do have a smooth sailing and we don't hit those bumpy waters because we haven't rested. Okay, so I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. Again, I'll see you back here Monday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Time, Facebook Live. All lives are public under Cheryl Marie Lucas. You can find me across the social media board. I do post these to YouTube. And again, pretty much across the social media board. So again, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Have a safe, safe weekend. And I hope all of you feel better. Older sibling, I hope you feel better as well. Have a great day.